What is up, everyone? We're back. Welcome back to Beijing. It's literally maybe 10:50. I got 10 minutes to get to work. I'm late. Not on purpose though. I just kind of underestimated myself in the morning and I was taking my time, but that's all right. I still believe we'll get there on time. Anyways, I don't have a special topic for today. I just wanted to squeeze in another moto vlog while I'm here and just maybe ride a little aggressively, I guess. It's always a little fun to ride a little aggressively, you know, but I'm always hesitant to take risks because I'm like, it's not my bike and I don't want to let me come on this side. Does this man, yeah, see on this side it's like the bike lane and stuff. This is where people chill and hang out, but that scooter is going through the red light. See, I don't understand. This is the one thing I don't understand about China. Like that scooter in front of me, he has a B plate, right? And he goes through the red light. But they got cameras in Beijing, especially. They have cameras everywhere, especially at intersections. You see, there's a camera right there. I'm not gonna point, but there's a camera right there. You know, I don't understand that. And I'm wondering if like if it takes a picture and like it charges them. Like in America, they take a picture of your plate and you doing the actual illegal action, and then they'll like send you an envelope in the mail. And in the mail, they'll have like a picture and a link where you can go and see the video of you doing the wrong. So I don't know how it works in China. I don't know if it's the same way. If you know what the dealio is about that, leave a comment in the comments, because I don't even know how they are keeping track of people running red lights over here. It's always I've always been curious about that. But yeah, if you're, I live in Jintailu. If you don't know, I've said this many times. I live in Jintailu, but I work in. Let's go in the bike lane. But I work in Liangmaqiao, very near to exit A, and today is a Saturday. And I do work on the weekends, actually. That's kind of like, I mean, I never complain about work. I've always had, in my honest opinion, I've always thought I had a strong work ethic. That's what I want to say. And the thing is, with private institutions, private training centers, it's very common to be open and work on the weekends, because the thing is that the students find themselves coming to learn English on the weekends because that's the only time they have. These people have, these are adults. I teach adults and they have full-time jobs, so the weekends is the best time for them to come, for a lot of them at least. So for today, for example, I checked the schedule before I left. I get the schedule every day on a social media application which is called WeChat. Surprisingly, not everyone will know what that is, especially if you live in the States, because in the States they don't really use WeChat. In the States they use Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp, or they just use the built-in messaging system in their phones, and that's how we communicate. It's kind of strange, don't you think? Like a company using social media to communicate like on the regular. That's what kind of really threw me off when I first got here. Like, yeah, we'll add you on WeChat and I'll send you a message. I'm like, oh, so doing business or people communicating here is quite different. So I checked the schedule today and I have 5 classes. So on the weekends, yeah, it's usually busy because it's usually busy because people are off on the weekends and they come. So on Saturday and Sunday I work 11 to 7, but Monday through Thursday I work 1 to 9. Do I like my schedule? A lot of people hate it actually, because they want to get off at 6:30 and actually do things and go out and to a restaurant and eat with their friends or do whatever they want. But I actually like this schedule. I've never been a morning person. I've always been an afternoon person. So for me personally, I love this schedule because you can just, you come home I come home like 9:30, 9:40 p.m. and I have time to just chill and take my time, you know what I mean? I don't have to, I think this is I don't have to, well, I got a duck here, dude, I'm too tall. I don't have to go to sleep early, so I can wake up the next day on time. I can just take my time, You see, the good thing about the bike lane, like I said earlier, you evade all this traffic, all this mess here, you just zip right through. It's actually much more funner. I'm fasting, by the way. I know I've said that 1,000 times. I'm fasting, so I'm gonna talk like I'm gonna talk in a strange way. It's funny how that works, It's crazy because I feel like when I'm speaking, I make mistakes when I'm fasting, but when I'm thinking, I think very logically and very rationally. It's very, very strange. It's like you're sharp in some ways, but you're kind of dull in other ways when you're fasting. But overall, I do feel smarter. What was I saying about the schedule? Oh, this is Solana Mall, by the way, and Chaoyang Park is right behind here. This is where I usually come, not usually, when I first got to China, I didn't have any nice clothes, but I came here and I went to American Eagle, and I bought some really nice clothes. I'm following this guy right here in front of me. He's got a nice motorcycle. His signal's stuck, or his signal's on, he doesn't even know. Oh, look at these little gateway thingy-majigs. So cool, right? I like his haircut. He looks handsome. Yeah, man. Doing it. But I went to American Eagle because when I first got to China, I didn't really have any nice clothes, and I was going to work, and I wasn't really looking professionally. I wasn't really looking sharp. So I went to American Eagle, and I bought some button-up shirts and some matching pants and whatnot. But they're expensive, yo. It's so strange here. When I first got to China, I always thought that I would get certain things really, really cheap. That's what you would think, but in actuality, it's definitely not the case. It's so expensive here, like certain items, which kind of blew my mind and it confused me like crazy. So the American clothes here are so expensive, actually. I don't know. It's because of the tax, and some students were explaining to me it's because of the tax or whatever, you know what I mean? So I went into American Eagle and I went to go buy some clothes, and I was just super, super peed off about that, It's like so expensive, like almost double the price, It's like, come on, it's kind of unfair, I should say. And I ended up spending way too much money, and at the time I didn't really have knowledge about where to go and buy really nice cheaper clothes. So I was kind of in a rush, and I don't really have that many days off to explore. So I said, screw it, let me just I'm already here, let me just get what I need to get. And I literally just went shopping for only one time. Yeah, these scooters, man, look at this guy. These scooters can go, man. I love China, man, because these girls will do anything to cover their white skin. Look, she's riding her bicycle to work and holding the umbrella with the other hand to cover herself. just so she doesn't get black. It's like, come on, man. Just ride your bicycle, man, in peace. Like, you gotta like sit there and like get all, you know. It's like, I know you love your white skin, but come on. I mean, being brown ain't that bad, or being tan, I should say. Man, culture, you know, culture makes a lot of people do some strange things. And I'll be honest, man, I've been a victim of culture too. And I use the word victim. Oh, look at this lady, not even paying attention. I'm using the word victim, and I'm not in like a negative connotation way, but I just feel like sometimes culture hinders you, you know, especially where the culture really molds you into a person, into just like everyone else, and doesn't allow you to grow, and doesn't allow you to give you opportunity for personal development, because there are risks or opportunities you might not take because of the culture says, you know, you should take this route instead. And that's kind of also another thing I've been drilling to the students as well, and that is like, you know, like, that's cool and all, you know, love your parents, respect them, and I know this is China and there's certain things you should do and shouldn't do, but to a certain extent you gotta break some rules if you want to be like different, if you want to break out and do something amazing. And that's basically what I usually try to drill in them too, you know. And then you might be asking yourself, Dave, you teach English, when do you have the opportunity to talk about all these things that you're mentioning? Well, it's because there's three types of classes. There's like a 1 to 4, like a private class, and then there's like 6 to 10 students, where like it's the maximum is 10 students. And then there's another class, which is a much larger class, and in that class you have an opportunity to teach culture, you know, and kind of like I've been very fortunate enough to work with some amazing people, and they give me the freedom to teach whatever I want, you know. And it's actually really, really cool, because it's like a stress reliever to go in there and teach whatever you'd like. All right, guys, I've arrived. Thank you. See you later. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.